Good morning, Reptilians. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Elle, and this is Elle's Reptiles. This week, we are playing with Excavator Clay. Excavator Clay is a product that, it's right here, can you see it? Excavator Clay is a product made by ZooMed, and we're gonna just play with this Cavern kit. I've had these two kits sitting over here ever since Animal Con, and I've been meaning to use them. We are going to basically be designing a tunnel system in a 40-gallon breeder, but we're gonna be designing that for this little guy, this hognose right here. I have never used a Cavern kit before. This video is not sponsored by ZooMed. They did give me this at Animal Con a few months ago, but not to make a video or anything. I just thought it would be a cool video. Before we get started though, this video is sponsored by the Dubia Dude, so make sure to stay until the end of the video to find out how you can save 10% off of your entire order at thedubiadude.com. Let's get started. First things first, let's see what's in the box. Yeah, I got all it.
Not sure what that is. Stuff for a tunnel?
Probably. It's supposed to be like a whole kit where you can build a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, balloons. There we go.
Next, we are going to mix this. Now, obviously, if you don't buy the Cavern kit and you do just buy straight Excavator Clay, you're going to have a lot more to work with than this, but we just need to mix this. There are instructions provided for the portion of clay to water, and it is very important that you follow those instructions.
You need 3 cups of water.
For the whole bag? Oh, that's cool. If you didn't actually buy the kit and you just bought the bag of Excavator Clay, you can use a large plastic thing like this to mix your Excavator Clay instead. So super cool here, you literally just fold this bag backwards over the box and you now have a container to mix this clay in. It says 3 cups of water for the entire box of clay. We did this according to the instructions, but as we got further down into the box, you'll notice that we actually do add about a cup of water more than they say, just because the bottom was still very dry and it became very difficult to work with. Now we can just kind of build with this. This kit's super cool because it like has a bunch of balloons and shovels and things. The last time I used it, I just bought the bag, so I was just using my hands and cork bark. So this one's cool because it actually comes with materials to use to make little hides and stuff. Super cool, love that. So a really cool thing about this kit is that it comes with not only the balloons and the tubes to make tunnel systems, but also it comes with a string and a little popsicle stick. And the point of that is just to tie the string to the bottom of the balloon and put it through the tube with the popsicle stick on the outside. So that way, once all of this is caved in and the balloons are deflated and everything is dry, you'll be able to just pull the deflated balloons through the tunnels. So yeah, it just makes things a little bit easier. On the left here, you can see that there are no strings and things. You can do the same with just string at home if you want to. Our plan is just to pop those balloons. If you do go the popping of the balloons route, make sure that you get all of the pieces of the pop balloon out. You don't want your animal accidentally ingesting pieces of balloon because it can potentially be deadly for them to do that. On the other side here, we are going again. If you notice, the clay on this side is much more wet than the clay on the other side, and that was done on purpose because the clay on the first half was a bit too dry to work with, and it just was so much easier actually adding more water. Keep in mind, if you do this, it is going to take a substantially longer amount of time to actually dry. And then just kind of the most unfun part of the whole process, waiting for it to dry. This takes days upon days, but it is very nice that the color changes as it dries, so you're going to see when a section is dry versus when a section is still wet. So this is 3 days of drying time and 2 days of drying time because this was done after this. This we made a lot more wet than the instructions said, just because it was smoothing out more, and you can see that it is going to take a bit longer to dry. But 3 days of drying time mixed as the instructions said to mix it. You can see that the top is a completely different color than the bottom, much lighter up here because this is dry and that isn't. All right, and we are back the next day. So this is 4 days in and 3 days in. You can see that around here is starting to dry. You can see that there are like cracks and stuff in it. The wetter one definitely cracked more, but it's very solid. If you can hear that. It is cracked, but it is solid. So normally when people do excavator clay, a lot of this will get covered with substrate. This is a hognose tank, so it's all gonna be covered in substrate. You're not gonna be able to see the cracks very much. I know when I did the leopard geckos tank, there were also a whole bunch of cracks. Not really sure how to remedy that. If you have suggestions on how to remedy all the cracks, let me know in the comments below. We won't be able to pop these balloons, but we are gonna go ahead and pop these because this top part is dry. But normally what you would do, these would either deflate, the balloons here would either deflate, or I mean if you need to pop them, you definitely can, and then you would just grab this string and pull them out. When it's all dry, you really don't want to do it before it dries because then your whole thing is just going to collapse and that's not good. But we are going to pop this balloon. This balloon actually popped a while ago on its own. There's no balloon there anymore. This one. And this one. I'm just gonna pull all this out to make sure that there's no pieces of balloon left over. My timing was not the greatest, but stay tuned in the future because in the future you will get to see it dry and we will be building an entire tank around it for a hognose. But that is it. That is how that came out. In a future video, will design the rest of it and set it up for this guy right here, Osiris. But for now, I just wanted to play with some excavator clay and make some caverns. So yeah, check, we did it. As I said at the beginning of this video is sponsored by the Doobie Dude. The Doobie Dude is still my #1 place where I get dubia roaches. It's just so convenient. You order everything online, very simple ordering process, just a couple clicks, and you have dubia roaches coming to your house for delivery to your animals. They're always so healthy. They always arrive 100% alive. I've never had a single dubia roach arrive dead to my house that I can recall. They are super nutritious. They are in every way, shape, and form better than crickets. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me explain why I like them better than crickets, but they're fantastic. Make sure if you do order from thedoobiedoo.com, you use the code Elle and you can get 10% off of that entire order. Thank you so much to the Doobie Dude for sponsoring these videos. As always, if you haven't already, please feel free to follow me on my socials and like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications every single time I put out a new video, which is every Sunday and some Wednesdays. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye. Excavator Clay is a product, this is very heavy, made by ZooMed. There was a lot of dust that came off this. This has been sitting over here for a minute.
Oh no.